The Vietnamese New Year, Tet, Origins, Myths and the Modern Reality Intro. When Vietnam pauses to begin again every year, sometime between late January and early February, Vietnam enters its most magical moment. Streets that are normally crowded and buzzing suddenly become peaceful. Markets glow with flowers and red envelopes. And across the whole country, millions of people begin the same journey, returning home. This is Tet Nguyen Dan, the Vietnamese Lunar New Year, a celebration that blends spirituality, family, agriculture, and national identity. To understand Tet is to understand the rhythm of Vietnamese life. 1. Origins. A holiday rooted in the earth. Tet began more than 2,000 years ago. Long before Vietnam became the modern nation we know today. In ancient times, life revolved around the rice fields. The end of one harvest and the beginning of the next were sacred transitions. People believed that each home had a guardian spirit watching over the land and family. Tet marked 3 deeply symbolic moments. The ending of the old year, the arrival of spring, the reunion between the living and their ancestors. Even today, more than 80% of Vietnamese households maintain an ancestral altar, reflecting how this ancient belief continues to shape modern life. And every Tet, nearly 90% of Vietnamese people return to their hometowns, creating one of Asia's largest annual homecomings. 2. Myths that shape the celebration. The Kitchen Gods. A journey to heaven. 1 week before Tet, you may see people gently releasing live carps into rivers or lakes. This simple act carries a story that has been passed down for centuries. Vietnamese families believe in the kitchen gods, 3 spiritual guardians who watch over the household. On the 23rd day of the last lunar month, they travel to heaven to report on the family's actions during the year. The carp serves as their mythical vehicle because carp are believed to transform into dragons. This tradition reflects a core idea of Vietnamese culture: the sacredness of daily life and moral harmony within the home. The peach blossom legend. In the north, homes light up with bright pink peach blossoms. According to folklore, 2 powerful gods once lived in a giant peach tree and protected villagers from evil spirits. When they left, the blossoming branches became a symbol of their power. Displaying peach blossoms during Tet is a way of inviting protection, good luck, and new beginnings. In the south, the golden apricot blossom, Hoa Mai, plays the same role: radiant, hopeful, full of sunshine. The watermelon story. Strength through hardship. Many families proudly display red or green watermelons during Tet. This comes from an old tale about a prince named Mai Tiem, who survived exile by cultivating wild watermelon seeds. Through hard work and resilience, he built a new life. The story reminds Vietnamese people that prosperity comes from effort, a value that still resonates today. 3. How Vietnam celebrates Tet today. Although each region has its own flavors and customs, Tet usually unfolds in a gentle rhythm of rituals and family moments. Before Tet, preparing. The home people clean their houses, decorate with flowers, cook special foods, and settle old debts, symbolizing a fresh start. Day 1. Welcoming the new year. The first visitor to enter the home is believed to bring the family's fortune. Families prepare a tray of 5 fruits, light incense, and warmly invite ancestors to join the celebration. Day 2 and Day 3, family connections traditionally. Day 2 is for the father's side. Day 3 is for the mother's side. This balance reflects the Vietnamese value of harmony and respect. Li Shi red envelopes. Children receive lucky money for health, growth, and good behavior. Every year, around 60 million red envelopes circulate across the country. Food, the taste of memory. No Tet is complete without Bon Chung, North Bon Tet, South boiled chicken, pickled onions, candied fruits, mud. These foods tell stories of ancestors, agriculture, and seasonal rhythms. 4. The modern face of Tet, Changing. Yet timeless. Vietnam is one of Asia's most dynamic economies, with 70% of its population under 40. Naturally, Tet is changing too. Shorter celebrations. Urban workers return to work sooner. Shops reopen earlier. Vietnam's fast-paced economy does not sleep for long. New spending habits in 2023-2024. Families spent an average of 7-10 million Vietnamese dongs, around 280-400 United States dollars, preparing for Tet. Online shopping increased by 25 to 30% during the festival season. Millions on the move every year. Around 3 million migrant workers travel from major cities back to their home provinces. Bus and train demand often rises by 200 to 300%. Some young people feel the holiday is costly or too long. Others see Tet as a precious reminder of family and identity. But when surveyed, over 90% of Vietnamese say Tet is essential to who they are. Tet adapts, but its heart remains unchanged. 5. A small story that says everything. Picture a family in central Vietnam. A grandmother wakes before dawn to polish the ancestral altar. Her son, who works in Ho Chi Minh City, arrives home after a long journey with gifts and stories. Her granddaughter decorates the doorway with apricot blossoms and films a short video, hoping to capture the perfect Tet vibe for TikTok. 3 generations, 3 different eras. But in this moment, they share the same warmth, the same food, the same hope for a good year. This is Tet, a celebration that gathers every Vietnamese heart, no matter how far it has traveled. Conclusion. The spirit of Tet, soft, colorful, and full of meaning. Tet is not only a New Year's celebration. It is a conversation between past and present, between families and ancestors, between tradition and the modern world. To witness Tet is to see Vietnam pause, reflect, and begin again, with gratitude, resilience, and hope.